folks, for the 6 of us in attendance and the hundreds watching from home, it's time. Slam Press Tomes is proud to present Sketchlemania 46 Hardcore Horror Show. I also have with me, I always get this wrong, but I got it right this time. I have with me Mr. Sam Noir as a special co-host tonight, but entering the ring, returning once again, weighing in at 110 pounds, Becca Gravedigger Kenzie.
What's up?
What's up? Welcoming back to the cage, weighing in at 180 pounds, Mark Paranormal Putinas.
Dude, is that Canadian? Is that metric? Because I think you're off by 40 pounds at least. Maybe 45. All right.
Kilo stone. I don't know. One of those things.
Yeah.
That's from stealing your daughter's art supplies, I hear.
Yeah. Well, I was trying to use some Prismacolors from 1999, and found them in a box. And I'm not bringing out paint for this. I got to do something. So she's got Copics, so I'm gonna steal those
crayons and paste and
No,
glitter. Did you find some glitter?
She's got Copics. These things are so expensive.
All right.
How old is your daughter?
She's 17 now.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
All right, guys, we got 2 more people coming.
Crayons and glitter.
And taking some time off from grave robbing, weighing in at 170 pounds, Spooky Sam Agro.
Hey now.
AKA Gary the Grave Robber himself.
How's it going, guys?
Oh, that's right. That was you. That was awesome.
The brand new Slam Press Tomes mascot.
Yes.
Nice.
You could add that to the resume, Sam. And finally, weighing in at a hefty 550 pounds,
Wow.
Paul Pumpkin Spice Lemenko.
Yeah, I need a T-shirt that says that.
Dude, I love pumpkin spice. It's a little.
I don't know if I feel like every time I have to order it, I have to whisper it because I'm kind of embarrassed.
What? No way, man. Own it.
The stigma that goes with it.
Whatever. I own it.
Exactly.
I pull up with my yoga pants and I'm like, give me that pumpkin spice.
Yeah,
Pumpkin Spice is my favorite Spice Girls, cut from the original lineup. She was kind of gothy and
yeah.
black
Redheaded
nails.
I take it a step further and just show up in my pajama pants and Crocs.
All right, guys, it's time to lower the cage. Sketchlemania! And we also have a quick message from Mr. David Howard Thornton, Art the Clown himself.
Hey, this is David Howard Thornton, Art the Clown himself, and you're watching Sketchlemania!
Oh, I love that guy.
Speaking of Art the Clown, Martin,
Yeah.
how's yours coming along?
How's my
Or
art?
is it too early to ask?
No. So we'll do a round table. We'll go into what everybody's drawing. But I'm going to. Well, I've already started attempting Art the Clown. So I'm going to try to draw that for Halloween. I don't know if anybody, if people are not familiar with Art the Clown, he is the clown from the movie series Terrifier. Yeah, it's a little gruesome. It's a little graphic.
Just a smidget.
Just a little graph.
Little. Tiny.
Paul Kemp. Hey, Paul. How you doing, Meddy? Paul
Shout
Kemp
out to
says,
Paul.
congratulations on a great Kickstarter launch, Martin. The book looks amazing. Awesome lineup tonight. Paul has been there since day one. He's always been a great supporter of
Yeah,
indie
Paul's awesome.
and art. Yeah, he's definitely the best Paul.
Yeah, I would say so. he
Kemp's
doesn't
also,
whisper his pumpkin spice latte orders.
Pumpkin spice.
Paul Kemp's also responsible for bringing us Amanda Daly, who sculpted not
That's
only
true.
the Paul Lamenko inspired Frankenstein bust, but the previous two busts by
Yeah.
I believe one was by Sam Agro and one was, or sorry, inspired by Sam Agro's drawing, and the other was Becca's drawing, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those were killer.
We
And
got the A-team here.
and she did an awesome job on Paul Lamenko's.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah. She got a
I cannot
lot of the
wait.
details.
I haven't had a chance to print it yet. I'm going to be printing one out shortly. Definitely have something by probably the weekend, and then that way I could share everybody what the fully printed one looks like, and hopefully painted as well. It's just been a little busy. Kickstarters make you busy.
Well, Martin, how about we tell the folks out there that are tuning in who might not know, what is Frankenstein Visions?
Well, let me tell you. Before we get to that, I will get into that definitely. But speaking of Amanda Daly, Amanda is also watching right now. So
Hey, Amanda. Sorry.
Hello.
give a quick shout out. She says, "Howdy, everybody," and the spice is life. Word. All right. So Frankenstein Visions. So Frankenstein Visions. One of the reasons we're having this special Sketchlemania tonight is to promote the new book. Everybody here is as a part of it in one way or another, and I am very grateful for that. We have over 38 artists involved, and essentially what Frankenstein Visions is, if you have never heard of it, it's an art book where we've taken different quotes from Mary Shelley's gothic horror novel, sci-fi novel, and we assign them to different artists, and then they would do their version of what is inspired by said quote. And essentially, the artists actually pick their own quotes this time around as well. So it's something that a lot of them were very close to. So we currently have a Kickstarter for this amazing book. It's going to be over 72 pages long, so it's even bigger than the Dracula one that we did last time. Yeah, everybody has really brought their A games to it. So
How many pages of the Dracula one?
the Dracula one was around, I want to say around 60. Between 50, I think it was around 58 or something like that. I'd have to confirm, but I think it was around 60. But this one has jumped up quite a bit. Paul says, thank you. So excited to see Amanda's new work. Oh, that's awesome. Hey, Jill's Palais says, hi all. How you doing? He was nice. He was nice enough to let me crash at his farm when we went to Ottawa Comic-Con. So I actually stayed there. Yeah, it was really cool. All right. Very cool. So I was thinking, let's talk a little bit about our film shoot. We had an awesome, had just an amazing film shoot with a bunch of folks here. And if you haven't, please check out a lot of those little clips and films we did for the Kickstarter. So we had a cool little countdown: 1 week, 5 days, 3 days, 1 day, and we also had a launch day. Launch day one has probably one of my favorite ones, but I think my very favorite one is hopefully coming up soon, and that's going to be We've Hit Goal. So That one is definitely an awesome one, and that stars Sam Agro and Becca as well.
Oh, it does.
It does. You were there.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
I was originally just going to be there to model tote bags or whatever, but then it evolved quickly. But it was
Well,
fun.
The
was
fact
fun.
that you came in full makeup meant
Yeah,
that
it
we
was
had to get you on camera more,
exactly.
especially and the bits we came up with on the spot with Sam improvising and you jumping in there, brilliant stuff.
And the launch day one, I actually released 2 launch day videos because I couldn't resist the one where Sam Agro actually hit the camera with the skull.
I warned them that I had no throwing arm whatsoever. I warned them. They didn't listen. People got hurt.
People did. So
Makes for
I'm gonna
great content, though.
show that right now. So give me 1 sec, and let's put that on because I just adore that video. 1 sec.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's launch day!
So great.
2 points.
2 points. So on the day that we did those videos, we actually had 3 skulls in, which is hilarious. So Sam brought a skull, I brought a skull, and Becca brought a skull.
Although to be fair, Becca usually brings a skull everywhere. So
Well, when I can't take him with me tomorrow, but I try. Well, hopefully I should bring him for Frightmare though. So that'd be.
Oh yeah, you should.
Vincent the Skull.
Yeah, he's right here
Right.
actually. I'll get the camera on him when I further along, but yeah,
Oh.
but no, everything worked out. Like all the 3 skull props and everything, and someone brought an arm too.
There was an arm.
What?
There was an arm involved. Yes.
I brought a severed arm. That severed arm goes back almost close to over 25 years.
300 years.
I used to be in a sketch troupe called Dangerous Poultry,
Wow.
and one of our sketches was something called My Cannibal Pal, and it's about two guys watching hockey, and one of them goes to the washroom, the other one goes to the fridge to try and find some cold cuts, and he finds this severed arm, and he
Nice.
As one does.
he calls his
Brilliant.
friend on it, and his friend says, "Well, I'm a cannibal." And
Well,
that's
Just
why
casually.
that's why we moved to Canada, because it's a cultural mosaic.
oh,
Wendigo.
Well, we should touch upon that as well, because it's your improv and theater background that made us call you up to
yeah.
play this mascot character.
It was.
Yeah, well, as I told you guys at the time, I'm just a huge ham, and any opportunity that I have to do something goofy and fun in terms of performance, I'm always down for it. So it was my pleasure to do it, guys.
Oh,
I really
Be careful what you say, Sam.
What's that?
'Cause we're gonna use it. It was actually Sam Noir's idea. He said it's because we were trying to rack our brains on figuring out what we were going to do for the video, and Sam Noir said, "Hey, what about Sam Agro?" And I'm like, "Yeah, of course. That's a fantastic idea."
Well, I think it was literally because Sam and I were out for like dinner, and we caught a movie, like a horror movie.
Yeah, we went to see The Cabin
It
in
was
the
the
Woods.
Barbie movie. Just say it.
No, but over dinner,
Barbie in the
Sam was talking about his theater and improv background. So, and we had seen over the pandemic, he had done some skits with
Oh yes.
almost like a horror host type character, right, Sam?
Yeah, that's right. He was called the Shut-In because it was the pandemic and we were all shut in. So yeah, he did a couple of tales of terror. I actually had 4 that I was ready to do, but the pandemic started to get me down. I didn't. After the first two, I kind of stopped. But I have a third fully written script that I never shot, and then I had an idea for a fourth one that I was going to do as well. But unfortunately, I never got around to it.
Oh man, I'd love to see that. Those are great. Yeah, that
I remember we
were
all talking about it just because we were at home and you had posted it. And it was so fun.
Yeah,
it's like we didn't know about these skills. Wednesday Night Reviews says, "How's it going, folks?" Hello, Wednesday Night Reviews.
Oh, Conrad.
Wednesday Night Reviews.
Yeah.
A local, I believe. Yeah, Wednesday Night Reviews. We've met before, right? You're from Toronto, the Toronto area.
That's actually the first name and last name. It's Wednesday.
Wednesday, there you go. They made a show
last
about
name
Wednesday,
review.
Renee says, new to HBO, My Friend the Cannibal. I would totally watch that.
I've been going through a big cannibal phase the past couple of nights. Like I watched. You guys ever see that movie, Ravenous from 1999? Yeah,
great movie.
Film.
Fantastic movie.
Yeah, it's a kind of a modern lost classic.
It is. I actually saw that in the theater, and
Me too.
The first time I saw it, I wasn't sure how I felt about it. But then I really began to love it after. But it's very cool movie.
Yeah, because it's kind of funny, and it doesn't start out funny. It's kind of like almost a dark comedy kind, but not dark comedy, but like a dark subtext, kind of like a a commentary.
Well, it's funny how cannibal movies often are also comedies because you do have what is it, Cannibal the Musical by Trademark and Matt Stone. You've got Sweeney Todd, and actually someone in one of my movie group chats, a bunch of guys were watching the Chinese movie Untold Story, which is based on a true story about a guy who makes, like Sweeney Todd, except they make Chinese barbecue pork buns.
Nice.
But not pork.
Out of a family. From a family.
Why don't we go...
Then, Eating Raoul, one of the great ones, 1985, Paul Bartel. Great film.
I haven't seen that one for years, but yeah, I love
it. Holds
that
up.
one.
I just saw it for the first time in like 30 years, like maybe like last year. I was like, damn, this is funny.
Wow, I don't think I've seen it for 30 years.
Eating Raoul.
Wednesday Night Review says, yeah, I'm in Richmond Hill.
That's where I spent my Thanksgiving. Had Thanksgiving dinner up in Richmond Hill.
Was it people?
Yeah.
It was made of people.
Soylent Green is made of people.
All right, why don't we go around and see what we're drawing tonight? We haven't even got to that part yet. Actually, before we even talk about that, although I think the name of the show is a little on the nose, I gotta say it wasn't my most creative moment, but Hardcore Horror Show is the name of the show. So we're essentially doing horror themed monsters, characters, villains, what have you. Some of my favorite themes. So why don't we start off with Becca? What are you drawing tonight?
I decided to draw Pearl.
Yes.
Whoa.
Yeah, so I got a couple of images I'm working with and see how it goes. So old and young Pearl.
Oh, is this? Oh, so this is the character from Pearl and X, right?
And X.
Yeah. So I've got two images here, where she's wearing the red dress and has the red lipstick, and then this other one where she I won't spoil it for people, but like it's the lighting's all in red, so I just thought kind of blend the two images together.
It's
nice.
I adore those films, and I'm such a fan of Mia Goth now.
And
she's going to be in the new Frankenstein film too, right?
Yeah, coincidentally.
Yeah, she's going to be in the Frankenstein film. And they also said that Christoph Waltz was also going to be in it as well.
Yeah.
And Andrew Garfield?
Yes, Andrew Garfield.
And Oscar Isaac. So who plays who? Because we were playing that game when we were in the car the other day about which character we were guessing, of course.
Yeah,
my guess was Garfield as the doctor, Isaac as the monster, and Christoph Waltz as the father.
I don't think I know this movie. What's this movie called?
Frankenstein?
Oh, it hasn't come out yet. It's just been cast.
Guillermo del Toro finally getting to make his Frankenstein movie.
Oh, okay.
Yes, he says it's 50 years in the making.
Sorry, who's making this?
Guillermo del Toro. And I will go anywhere he wants to go.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's going to be phenomenal.
Yeah, I saw him once at Michael's at Richmond and John.
Did you?
Really?
Yeah. I don't know what he was doing. Like, I don't know what film he was making, but I was like, what is he doing here? And I was telling my friend, I'm like, I think that's him. He's like checking out. He was
pretty much lives in Toronto as a second home because he films all his movies here, right?
Right, yeah. But then I had to like check his Twitter afterwards. I'm like, okay, is there a picture of him? Like, he's wearing the same thing. It was him. Missed opportunity. Anyway. Yeah, when is this movie supposed to come out?
Oh, I don't know. I think it's
2 years.
Yeah, he's just casting it right now, but
depends on when the actors are.
I think it's supposed to start filming next year.
So do we know who's playing who of that cast? Because I'm intrigued, admittedly.
I don't know.
No, I mean, it literally they're just announcing stuff. I mean, I think Andrew Garfield's most likely going to be Victor.
The doctor.
Yes. And I mean, because in the book he's supposed to be like 27.
Yeah, really.
And like his teachers are supposed to be like 35.
Yeah, he leaves when he's like 18, right, or something.
Yeah.
He doesn't. I don't think he actually becomes a doctor. He
school early.
Well, yeah, he's a scientist, I guess, but
he gets fed up with their backwards inability to move science forward, so he just goes off on his own.
That's right.
The story of my life.
Let's head over to Paul Lemenko.
Yo.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
I am doing.
What are you doing?
I'm doing what? Get out. I'm doing a xenomorph crossed with the monster, the alien from The Thing.
Ooh. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
I discovered that you could pick any character in horror or whatever and just mash it up with The Thing.
That is true.
Yeah. Do Rob Boutein's work, and it's just like it's like peanut butter and chocolate. It goes with everything.
Right. Yeah.
I love it. That's awesome.
Right on. Now, didn't we someone mentioned as well in our recent car ride that their Carpenter's going and doing a sequel to The Thing? Is that true?
I don't think he is. People keep saying he might. I don't think so. Personally, I don't think so. I mean, have you seen his last 8 films? Would you want him to make a sequel?
Which ones?
Yeah, I mean, Mouth of Madness is. I just rewatched it recently. It's fun. It's really corny. It
is.
I just can't imagine him catching lightning in a bottle again. You know what I mean? But we'll see.
But what about that TV show anthology that's coming out? I'm kind of curious about that one.
Which one's that?
I forget, but it's coming out like very soon, like on the 18th.
I forgot about that.
It's like it's an anthology TV show.
Oh, that's right. He's involved in that. Yeah.
Yeah. Why can't I think of the name of it?
Speaking of mashups, I just figured out that because I saw The Faculty again. I've been living at the Review Cinema. I saw The Faculty again, and I only just figured out that The Faculty is a literal mashup between I think The Breakfast Club and The Thing. in terms of up until remember the testing the blood scene to see who
That's right.
Is the thing. So they mashed that up with the Breakfast Club scene where they're doing drugs in the Faculty.
Wow.
Oh, I need to watch this again.
And I think Famke Jemison,
Jean Grey.
Literally, her head becomes like a spider creature.
This is the movie with Usher, right?
Is it with Usher?
I think so. Okay, Googling.
It's with Robert Patrick as the coach, and then a bunch of well, at the time, teen actors.
And
So I'm going to name drop now. So I actually got to meet Famke Janssen before her career took off. I did some storyboards on a little movie called Model by Day. Anybody heard of it?
Oh yeah, based on the comic, right? Was it based on?
I don't know. I don't remember if it was based on a comic or not, but it was called Model by Day.
Really?
She was a secret agent.
She was more of a crime fighter, kind of a Batmanish kind of thing, not really a secret agent. But yeah, I did storyboards on that, and
wow.
On a couple of times when I was having meetings with the director to go over what he was looking for. She had a meeting after me with the director, and so I got to meet her a couple of times. And so that's
before she became a Bond girl.
That was before she became a Bond girl, and before she was in before she sort of became a pretty big name actress. But she was very nice.
Yeah, that's cool.
Model by Day. Lady X is a woman who works during the day as a model, but turns into a fighter for justice at night with the help of her karate master Chang.
I'm in.
Again.
Oh my god.
A story's old as time.
It's pretty cheesy. I warn you, it's pretty cheesy, but it was fun for me to work on because it was a real action sort of superhero kind of picture.
Actually, I'm leaving right now to watch it. I got a couple of comments here. So Renee says, yeah, Martin, I found the title a little deceiving. Then again, I only read hardcore. Oh. Deep River Geek Fest. Hey, what's up, Jay? Hey, what's up, geeks? Congratulations on the launch, Martin. Thank you. Jay Crawford was the very first backer of Frankenstein Visions.
He was there watching the live stream launch too.
Renee says, I read Del Toro has been piecing his Frankenstein movie together for a while. Oh, Renee.
I'm out. I'm gone.
And he also says we need a Nightbreed sequel. Huh.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, some more Clive Barker.
I met Clive Barker, too. I did,
really?
I did. I did some acting for a while, and I was in an independent film. It's probably what is this? 95, 2 years after I got out of college, and it had a lot of LGBTQ themes in it, and it played a couple of festivals, and Clive was one of the kind of like the MCs and the judges of it, and so my wife and I got to kind of hang out with him. He was very cool guy.
Cool.
Damn handsome guy too. Really, really annoying. He's very good looking
guy. Handsome, talented, famous, rich, all those things that annoy you.
For me, I can't see Clive Barker anymore without thinking of a cult TV show called Garth Marenghi's Dark Place.
Oh yeah,
in terms of the opening of Garth Marenghi's Dark Place, someone showed a very similar clip of Clive Barker, and I guess that's whom they were spoofing.
There are talks about making that into. They're finally possibly going to get some funding to make it into a Garth Marenghi movie.
Really, with the original
Matt Perry would be back in a minute for that one.
With the original cast,
I mean, how could it not be? I think those guys all are. I think they're like Canadianly, or not Canadianly, Britishly obligated to do all those shows together.
Richard Iota and
they're in that new Crapopolis show by the guy from the animated show from who did Rick and Morty, the good half of the creators of Rick and Morty, not the one who did the best.
New show?
Yeah, it's on Fox. It just premiered. It's called Crapopolis, and it's ancient Greek like kind of humor stuff. But Matt Berry plays his father, and he's like a manticore. He's a manticore. Oh, well, son. He's like, oh, dad, oh no. You know, it's like,
oh my
totally
God.
Typical stuff.
Oh, Matt Berry's so good.
That's awesome.
Matt Berry is an international treasure.
Have you guys seen Year of the Rabbit? It's like a spoof of Victorian detective shows. Like
I've been on my list to get because they have so many. Oh my god!
Of course. No, I recommend Year of the Rabbit just because I love. I'm a sucker for those BBC British Victorian detective shows, and this is just a dead-on ribbing of that genre.
What was oh god, what was the other one too? I mean, you've seen Toast of London, then when he did the Toast of New York, can you? What's the thing with? Can you hear me? Oh god, Fly Fandango. Can you hear me? Sorry. Well, oh, by the way, for the people just tuning in, I'm the jerk American who doesn't shut up. Sorry, I don't know boundaries.
You are the most Canadian American that I know.
I try. Thank you. That is the sweetest thing. Every time.
Amanda says Sam has so many fun stories. Which Sam? We have two Sams.
No, it's Agro. Agro has all the fun stories. I'm just along for the ride most of the time.
I don't have too many good ones. I did work on a movie called Murder at 1600.
Oh yeah.
Oh wow.
Starred former Blade star. And now I'm having a senior moment.
Wesley Snipes.
Thank you very much. Yeah. And I didn't get to meet Wesley, although I did see him on set a couple of times. And there was also one time where I was walking past his trailer. I didn't realize it was his trailer, but it was sort of dusk and there was light inside, and the blinds were down, but there was like this perfect silhouette of him on the blind in his trailer as I walked by. And I walked by and I was like, wow, that's, even just in silhouette, he was a striking individual. So you understood why he had such star power.
Oh, for sure. He wasn't
damn
really
handsome
tall,
man,
though, right? I thought he was kind of short, wasn't he? I could be wrong.
Well, I'm pretty short myself. I'm not a particularly tall guy, so he's taller than me. That might make him short for a Hollywood action star, maybe, but he was taller than me. I wasn't in close proximity with him, but I saw him from about 20 feet away on set one day. And he didn't seem short.
And let's give Wesley Snipes a shout out.
All right. He's short like me. He's 5'9".
Well, I'm 5'7", so he's taller than me.
Well, let's give Wesley Snipes a shout out for launching basically the superhero movie renaissance. And in my opinion, it all started with Blade.
Oh,
Wesley, if you're watching, Renee wants to know what we think about the Exorcist movie, the new one. Sorry,
I have yet to watch.
Has anybody seen it yet?
No, I haven't seen it yet.
I have strong opinions about something I haven't seen. I just looked one moment. I looked at that preview. I said, "Wow, that's a whole bunch of people who just don't have any idea about William Friedkin's movie at all. They just made a Blumhouse film."
But
I'm more excited about seeing the director's cut of the original on the big screen at the review this week. That's
nice.
Have you seen that before?
I've seen it before, but not on the big screen. And I would love to see Linda Blair doing the spider walk down the stairs on the big screen.
That'd be cool. I did see it when they re-released The Exorcist with the I saw it on that run on the big screen. It was great.
Oh man.
Now, far be it from me, guys, to point out your shortcomings, but did we get a look at? I know you haven't looked at my piece yet.
We haven't looked at yours, and we haven't looked at. We just keep getting sidetracked here.
My fault. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Well, Sam, what you drawing?
I am drawing a crawler.
Whoa!
The Descent.
Yes.
Oh,
love it.
That movie.
Okay, this is why I can't do these shows anymore, because I want all of these.
another inside storyboarding story. When I was working with Darren Bousman on Saw, I think it was Saw 4. I want to say Saw 4. He actually invited the cast and crew to a screening of The Descent because I guess he was buddies with the director.
Oh, wow.
So we went to a private screening room in Toronto, and I took my wife, and we saw The Descent, and we loved it. We just thought it was fantastic.
Oh yeah,
Very cool.
It is. The sequel,
That's
not so
amazing.
much, but the first one is great.
Mhm.
Hey, Tyler's here. Tyler
Tyler.
Wrigley. Hey.
Tyler.
So sorry, I'm a little behind on these things. Dan Harmon was involved in the Apple TV version of Strange Planet, based on the Nathan Pyle webcomic.
Oh, I've seen some of those episodes.
Cool.
Something else to check out then.
Danny Harrell says, "Hey, Jerk American is my thing."
Hey, Danny.
And Renee seems to think that Snipes is 4'6". No, he's a bit taller. All right, Mark. I think we're at our last person here that we're going around.
He's mistaking Snipes for Emmanuel Lewis, I think.
Maybe.
No,
It appears that Mark's drawing everything.
all right. So I forgot about this until about an hour before. So I just and then I was just like, you know what? I want to try my pen and quill. I haven't used one of those in a long time. So I was going to do. You Canadians will know this. What is it? The horrible, frightening castle of Dr. Frank Frightenstein. What the hell is it?
Oh yeah, the hilarious House of Frightenstein.
Yeah, Frightenstein. Right. But I didn't get around to doing that. So instead I'm doing the Groovy Ghoulies as drawn by Jack
Taylor. You're
Taylor.
not doing? Sorry.
Yeah, well, no, because I figured you guys would be like, oh yeah, I know that show.
Okay, sorry. All right, I didn't interrupt you there. I was just like,
so
okay,
instead,
sorry. What are you doing?
I'm doing the Groovy Ghoulies, which was it was around for 1 year in 1971 in America. It was I think it was a Hanna-Barbera cartoon. It was the coolest.
Like Filmation.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Because the same people did the Archies. So imagine like total drug humor. One non sequiturs like Laugh-In meets the Archies meets like monsters movies and hippies, and it's really bad, but it's really great when you drink a couple glasses of wine. You watch it on YouTube at 2 a.m. It's a lot of fun. So I'm just gonna do them because
good pull on the Groovy Ghoulies, but I think you've just disappointed everyone about not doing Frightenstein.
I have to turn in
which characters
card.
would you have done, Mark?
Oh, what?
Which hilarious House of Frightenstein character would you have done?
Oh, I would have done. I always got to do the Wolf. The Wolfman DJ is great.
Oh, Wolfman Jack.
Yeah, the funny thing about that show is the guy who was the writer and the main star
Billy Mann?
Yeah, he played everybody except for his assistant, the big bald chubby dude with the green makeup on his big fat belly and all that stuff like that. And
there were a few others. There was Super Hippie.
Right, no, but he plays Super Hippie. He plays Super.
No, that was
Super Hippie.
Oh, come on, really?
I'm almost Super Hippie because he's on the Canadian circuit. I'm
looking this up right now. So help me God.
Local comic show. Super Hippie is there. Mark.
What are you guys talking about?
Oh, it's not just me.
What's Mark's last name? Oh, you young'uns.
I met Super Hippie at one of the shows. Yeah.
Yeah, he's on every small town Southern Ontario show.
Yeah, Mitch Markowitz.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, fine.
Yeah,
but the Wolfman and the Dracula and all those guys are all played by the main dude.
Yeah, he plays 9 different characters for sure.
Yeah, that's why they never interact, and it's a kind of a bummer.
Well,
that is one messed up show.
They shot that they would get him in the makeup for one character, and they would shoot 15 segments.
Yeah,
of that character, and that would be the day's shooting.
Well, that's where they got Vincent Price, right?
Basically, he did all of one season in like 4 hours. He was like somebody's all right, I'll come in and I'll do this. All right. So $1,000, right? In the case of Molson. And he's like, all right, great.
Yeah,
Hey, Sam, we lost your
his
video.
career was in
Sam,
a little bit of a hole right around then.
Oh, I'm in the kitchen making making something to eat. You don't want to see that.
okay, all right.
You know how horrifying. You guys have seen me eat. Okay. We after the show, after we did the shoot, we went. I've been obsessed because Beck and I went to lunch about a month ago, and she took us to an Indian place near her place, and on the menu was a 5-foot dosa. And I've been obsessed. I was obsessed ever since. So you guys all indulge me, and I thank you.
What? I've never had a dosa. What do they put in that?
It's basically like a potato crepe or a lentil crepe.
And
you can have like different kinds of stuff in it or spices or whatever. But basically, because ours was a 5-foot dosa, they're just like, it's just potato only. Plain one only, because it will fall apart if you put anything else in it.
Don't put stuffed potato. That's enough food for you, let alone stuffing it full of potato. So some potatoes on the side were delicious. The spicy potatoes, but yeah, we ate that 5-foot dosa.
Yep.
I mean 5 foot. Is it like?
It's actually 5 feet.
Martin, pull out.
Is it the diameter of a Twizzler?
Martin.
Actually, Martin, you did have like a video of it, right? In one of the
I do have a video
behind the scenes, and it's at the very end.
At the end of the behind the. If anyone has watched our behind the scenes of the Frankenstein Visions video shoot, we end with the shot of the 5-foot dosa. They moved us to another table to accommodate the 5-foot dosa.
It's true.
Yeah.
Let me see if I could find it. I wasn't ready for the dosa. I'll try to find it in the meanwhile.
But yeah, they provided us with all manner of dips and chutney and the potatoes and again, delicious. I was in heaven. Shout out to you guys for indulging me, and shout out to Becca for introducing me to that place.
Oh, no problem.
If anyone out there has other suggestions for 5 feet of food, let us know in the comments.
Yeah, we're in. We're totally in.
Sam now only eats food that is at least 5 feet in length.
Yeah. The best day ever was the day I hosted an Oscar party and got to get this giant sandwich from Subway. You always see the pictures of.
Those are real.
Oh, those are real, and they're spectacular.
I didn't know they actually did those.
If you do cater a party with enough people, with like 20 people, it's well worth it. Although it's like playing sandwich roulette, right? Because you kind of have random sections of stuff. So you slice it off, and you slice off a part of the sandwich, and you never know if it's like tuna or club or
spam.
I would love spam. Oh my god, deep fried spam is the best.
Here's a bit of the video. Here's Becca at the Indian place with full makeup on.
I forgot to bring my makeup wipes.
And there it is.
Sweet mother of God, I love that.
That looks like a block.
Oh wait, no, you got to see Sam's face. It's like
there's all the chutneys that came with it.
That is not enough chutney.
Look at him.
I love it. Is that what he said? Wow.
It was love at first sight.
There you go. Yeah, we finished it off pretty fast too. Tyler says
we're more animals than men.
It was definitely the length of the table. Looked fantastic. And then Amanda says, "Hey, Sam Noir, swinging back to the cannibalism. I hear Sam Agro is 5'7".
He only eats things over 5 feet.
Oh no!
Well played, Amanda. Well played.
Yeah. At the end of the stream, we're gonna eat Sam. All right.
A little extra
All right.
protein.
Are
A
you,
little extra
Sam,
protein.
Sam, are you sorry you missed the 5-foot dosa? Or were you just so tired?
I
after that
was
shoot?
sorry when you guys posted that video. I like couldn't believe it. I was like, "What the hell did these guys do?"
Okay, well, next time you guys come to K Town, we're taking Sam Agro.
We need 10 feet of dosa.
Yeah.
2 tables. Let's do it.
Two Sams, 10 feet.
2 Sams. One
2
foot
Sams, 1
Sam.
cup.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I don't even know what that means. I'm
Oh,
I'm a
feeling
simple
that.
boy. I don't know. I'm just,
Just gonna Google it later.
No. You don't need to do that.
And
ever.
everybody just tuned out. That's great.
No one's backing the book.
You know what? I think it's a good time to do a little bit of plugs. Is that all right?
Sounds good.
All right, so let me do a few here. Just a few friends of the show and folks that are actually on the program, on the Frankenstein Visions project itself. So let's start off here. So one of our cover artists, Mr. Richard Pace, has Coven, a book of 100 witches. And it's on a platform called Zoop. I'm not too familiar with the platform, but it seems like another crowdfunding platform, similar to Kickstarter. And
So I think it's pronounced Coven.
Coven.
oh no,
Have you seen American Movie?
I have, yes.
You just pronounced it
Coven.
Coven.
You pronounce
Coven.
it however you want. You just have to answer to Richard.
Coven.
Coven,
Doesn't
eh?
sound like- because coven sounds like oven. But maybe. Anyway,
That's what he says.
all right, so I'm totally thrown off now. So he's got this book. I think this started off as one of those Inktober's, and then it just flew off, and he got very. A lot of people have really enjoyed his witch drawings, and he's collected them in a book. So that's available on Zoop. So it's called Coven, a book of 100 witches. Check that out. I'll put all these links in and after if you're interested in that. Then, of course, Sam, you might want to talk about this. The Cauldron Forbidden Appetites Horror Comics Anthology book.
So this is a long time coming. Basically, some of you might know me, my friends Shane Heron, Casey Parsons, and Ricky Lima have a horror anthology magazine that we've put out, and we're collecting the first 4 issues, and we've got a killer lineup of creators. We're even doing new content, and by coincidence, 2 of the folks are here. So you're seeing right there a partial excerpt of the Paul Lamenko cover, and I think I've sent you the
you did
the full cover, and
I'll
then
show that right after. Yeah, I'll show that after.
And then Sam, I've got an excerpt of an all new story by Sam Agro, which I am just so happy with. I'm happy with the cover. I'm delighted by this new story. He's got kind of a. This is working with Sam on multiple projects is amazing, just because he's so versatile. Like he literally changes his style to suit the story, and this was kind of a gory comedy in the mode of a lot of the not quite Jack Davis, but in that sort of a little more exaggerated gory vein.
Yeah, it's a little sort of like it's sort of like a cross between an old EC story and maybe a Mad Magazine parody.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
A Kurtzman era Mad Magazine parody, I'd say.
Yes, exactly.
Because we definitely throw a lot of, as they say, chicken fat in there as well. All the little bits and pieces of jokes in the background. You really nailed it, Sam.
Oh well, thanks, man. It was really, really fun to do. I really had a great time.
That's awesome. Yeah, so you could get so if you click on the link, we'll put a link up a little later. You can get notified on launch when that comes out.
Yeah,
and you're doing
we're
a full
excited.
hardcover for this first time, right?
Yeah, and it's being published by Raid Press. I'm really excited that the folks at Raid, my studio mates, have opted to publish this in a deluxe hardcover format. It's going to be in a really nice archival format, just to showcase the art, because we do have folks like Sam Agro and Paul Lemenko that have just done wonderful work. The painted art of Casey Parsons, our buddy Jason Takowitz. There's and again, I'm obviously probably forgetting Robert Mike Freeman, Jonathan Kachuba, Bobby Gorefield have all contributed amazing stories over the past 4 issues. So we're remastering everything and putting it into a format with the highest quality possible.
That's awesome.
I was going to say, I've been watching Casey for about the last maybe 8 years or so as I see him at conventions. And it's just been really great to watch how he's really, managed to hone his style into something that's very, very him, very much him, and very sort of unique. I don't see anybody else that's doing anything quite like what Casey's doing. It's just terrific stuff that he's doing now.
Yeah, and again, classically trained painter who's managed to find that really expressive style. I agree with you 100%, Sam. Especially having a front row seat to Casey's evolution. It's amazing from the earliest days of Cauldron through to what he's doing now in terms of some of the covers he's been posting and some of the he's got upcoming trading cards that I cannot wait to get my hands on. Very exciting.
All right, so look out for that, and I'll show a couple pieces a little bit later on, Sam. The ones he sent me.
Yeah, sure.
A couple of just quick hits as well. So this has already expired, Rats in the Walls, but this is by one of our other artists, Nick O'Gorman. And what he does is almost, I believe, annually, he comes out with a new H.P. Lovecraft story comic book.
Whoa.
And that's where that's actually how I've discovered Nick, and he was gracious enough to do a piece for Frankenstein. But his stuff's just fantastic, so definitely look out for when he does these. He does these on the regular, so have a look. And I'm sure if he's at a local show, he'll probably have some copies of some of these H.P. Lovecraft comics.
Yeah, you and I were talking about this before the stream, and it's been, again, somewhat amazing to watch over the last couple of years. His consistency is incredible. Every year there's a new H.P. Lovecraft novella adaptation. It's quite impressive, the body of work he's built up.
Absolutely. Another one here. There's a lot of activity going on. So another one here, we have Mr. Sean Daly's Samurai Grandpa and the 8-branch tree. So this is something. There's only 7 days left on this one. Check it out. He's got an amazing style as well. It's kind of a cross. I do find it a little bit manga-esque. Is that a thing? I don't know. But really beautiful. He's really fantastic with the watercoloring as well, and his movement, and it's just a gorgeous book, so check that out as well.
Samurai Grandpa was actually my favorite book from Sean's, and actually I own a bunch of original art from this. It's a crime that he was selling his original pages for so low.
I have a few of those too.
Yeah.
You're selling them for what?
To own them.
It was a crime, but how much?
But yeah, check it out. It's gonna be a stunner for sure. And one more here. This is a friend of the show, Mr. Jason Ward. He's got a new wrestling card game that's out.
Oh wow!
Yeah, so this is really cool. It's called Undisputed. And a little thing here, there's actually an add-on here where you could get a 3D printed ring, and I'm doing the 3D printing for the rings. So if you get that, I'll be doing those for you. But yeah, it's super cool. If you're into wrestling, if you're into gaming, check it out. There's actually it's really reasonably priced, and definitely check it out. The art's really cool, and I know he's put a lot into it. So There you go. And then finally, there's this little thing called Frankenstein Visions. So we talked a little bit about this. So we just launched this. Please share it out if you can. I want to do one of these every couple years. And I got to tell you, the art in this is absolutely stunning. So if you get a chance, you'll definitely enjoy this book. And we have everybody here that are contributors to the book as well.
And folks, there's only actually less than 48 hours now.
That's right.
Left for the probably closer to 40 hours for the early bird, and we have a couple of special collector tiers, and this early bird in particular is limited in that there's only so many Ken Lashley signed hardcovers.
That's right.
Available.
That's right. And I think
as well as
down...
Emmanuel Chantoneuf risograph prints.
Yeah, and we only have 35 left of those. So either the 48 hours or the 35 left, but that's going to be your only chance to get those unique items.
For that bundled price.
For that bundled price, exactly. Which we priced out at $115, and we're just selling it for $79 Canadian. So definitely, if you're thinking about it, get on that lightning bolt deal for sure. And speaking of Amanda, who is in the chat there, here, let me see if I can get some better pictures of the sculpt that she did here. Sorry, I'm flipping around. All right, there's a better picture. So there you are. Again, very similar to what we did with the Dracula one. We have a Frankenstein Visions podium, and then we have the piece, a bust piece by Miss Amanda Daly, based on Paul Amenko's art. So check that out as well.
Awesome.
Yeah. And I'm doing a limited of 20 of them in a special like gold treatment color. And those will be available on the, what did we call it now? The
internet.
The sum of all parts. The sum of all parts. So you could get one of those, as well as a lot of other goodies as well. All right. Fantastic. Okay, so Amanda says Casey's work is stunning. I agree. And Sean's style is incredible too. I agree too. Do we want to do another quick round table to see how everybody's pieces are coming?
Sure.
Let's do that. All right, let's head over to Becca first.
Getting there slowly but surely. Whoops.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Fantastic.
Thank you. I'm not quite happy with the top part, but I'll just keep working at it. But like usually at this angle is like a nightmare for me, so it's like it'd be a good way to practice this.
You got it. You got this.
Yeah.
That's
The
awesome.
old foreshortening conundrum.
Oh yeah. And then it's difficult with Mia Goth. Like her eyebrows are so light, and
that's right.
Yeah, that's right.
Pencil that in. I'm like, oh man.
Does she even have eyebrows?
I know. That's like they're there, but they're so
there.
Light.
Okay.
They're so light. But
I
it's
do
like
recall watching that movie. I'm like, wait, I need to rewind because I was so distracted trying to find out if she had eyebrows or not.
Yeah. So it's like the eyebrows are looking wonky, and it's not, whatever. It's a good challenge.
Speaking of Mia Goth, I think she's also going to be in the Blade movie as well.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, the Marvel reboot, the MCU
Marvel reboot of Blade. Yeah, Mia Goth is going to be in that as well. Yeah.
With
Marshala. I always never forget how to say his name. Marshala Ali. Yeah.
Marshala Ali.
He's awesome.
Played the villain in the Luke Cage TV show.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Oh, did he really?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Now, Becca, did you want to plug your upcoming appearance at the New York Comic Con?
Oh yeah, so like tomorrow I fly out to New York City. So I'm both excited, but I also like internally screaming inside. So
No, but congratulations! This is a
That's
huge
awesome,
deal that
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 is.
you got chosen to be at the New York Comic Con. That's a big deal.
yeah, thank you. Yeah, so I'm just about ready to go, but I'm going like early in the morning. So as soon as I'm done this, I'm just gonna
You're
go.
stuck here.
Yeah. But no, I'm having fun because it's like it's distracting me from like
There you go.
the pre-flight jitters and
We're
stuff.
helping.
So, yes, this is helping. So thank you for.
Have you ever been?
I've been to New York City, but I've never been to New York Comic Con. So
It gets bigger and more ridiculous every year. I haven't even been in like 5 or 6 years, and every year it's almost gotten to the point where it's, from my friends who go to both, they say it's almost as big as San Diego now.
oh man, I've heard that, and I'm just
Yeah.
like, oh man, I'm just kind of overwhelmed. So I had to stop looking up like stuff about the convention center building, and I'm like, okay, here's what I got to do, like point A, point B, etc.
Oh yeah,
So,
Javits Center's fine.
Yeah. So, and I'm also donating a painting for their auction.
Oh,
Wow.
Actually, I have it here.
Cool. Oh, amazing.
Here we go. It was a really old painting I did,
Leatherface!
like,
what?
20, 10 years ago, and I forgot I had it, but
Well, that's cool.
thought I'd go for a good cause, and so they're like, "Yeah, we'll take it." I'm like, "Okay, cool." He's coming with me.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I like it.
You're
It's
gonna have a
very good.
blast. And
Thank
oh
you.
my God, hold on.
I like it. It's very good. I think it's a very wonderful photo. And I mean, your art is incredible. It's the nuance. It touches me. It really touches me. I mean,
Oh my God.
Love the mask.
Where did you get that mask?
You don't have one?
Wait, what mask?
His
What
neighbor.
Everyone should
my
have
God.
that.
Becca, we wish you the best of luck, and I don't think you'll need it because I think you'll kill in New York.
Oh, you're too kind. Thank you.
Paul, what is this monstrosity that you're doing here? Oh my
Yeah,
God.
you know.
Oh, I love that mouth. That's crazy.
This is like
It's
my
a
first
mouth
time
and a mouth.
working with markers in years.
Oh, that's so cool.
Like I think half of them are dry, so like can't use that one. Can't use this one.
No, it's
Like-
on purpose. It's on purpose.
I think last time I used these was before COVID was even a thing.
That
But yeah, it's coming along.
looks great, man.
Yeah, it's
love it.
amazing.
I know we talked about the faculty a little while ago, but I didn't realize that Bernie Wrightson worked on the faculty.
What?
Yeah. So when I met Bernie Wrightson in Toronto, and I'm still kicking myself to this day, he had drawings of the creatures from the faculty that were being used in the film for sale. I didn't get one. But yeah. So I thought that was super cool.
You could have got one, but instead you got some Sean Daly originals.
That he was selling for like $5 or something like that. It's like,
all right.
so just out of love for Sean.
Out of love, Sean.
Yeah. No, I'm actually reading one of his books right now.
Which one, Paul?
Yeah, the Bridge Builders Creed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I picked it up from Fan Expo.
That's cool. By the way, Sean wanted to make it tonight, but he couldn't. I think he's actually in New York, or he said he was in a hotel somewhere. Maybe.
Yeah, it's probably in New York.
Oh yeah, he was heading to New York.
Yeah, so he said he was in New York. He didn't have his stuff. He had terrible Wi-Fi, but he wishes everybody the best of luck for tonight.
Wow, everybody! It seems like everyone's gone to New York, and I'm still like, hey, I'm here.
Yeah, well, you had Sketchlemania.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got priorities.
Yeah. Those losers aren't here.
Yeah.
I want to plug this as well. This is kind of so Jay, yeah, is it Jay Photos? He's a really great artist, and I picked up this on Kickstarter. It's you can't really see the here there. That's a bit better here. Let me take it out, but it's called Red Mortem, and he keeps coming out with these really cool like horror related graphic novels.
Zoom in on your camera, Martin, so we can see it.
Yeah, let me do this here. Doop. Doop. There we go. Super cool, right? It's got like a little thing, and the art is fantastic. He did, I think it was the Death Dealer comic back in the day, but really beautiful
look at that.
stuff. Yeah, really beautiful stuff. So just quick shout out, just because I think it's really cool. That's all. So I'm gonna be digging into this soon. I got such a pile of shame to read, but that's on the pile for sure. I've actually finished my drawing.
It's not a race.
What? I was actually waiting for Paul to ask to see it because he's the only one that ever does.
I don't even know if we made it through the first round. Like, I think it was Sam that had to remind you about what your job is.
I know. It's true. It's true. I know.
Let's see it. Let's see it.
Let's see it. All right. You ready for this? We're gonna set the bar. All right. Ta-da!
Art the Clown.
Art the Clown. There he is. Yeah, he kind of looks
really
like Art. Yeah.
No, yeah.
Hey, I'm not an artist. What do you want?
Hey, neither am I, man.
We were going around, weren't we? All right, let's go down. Let's go to Mark. Here.
Oh,
he's working on stuff. Oh wow, that's cool.
Yeah, just
there they are.
So getting there. Just
Yeah.
I just found this pen in my drawer. I haven't used it in like 5 years. I had this other one. It was all splayed out, and I was like, oh, I haven't used that. I forgot how messy this is. Crazy. But, yeah.
So Mark, you and I are meeting on this live stream for the first time. I know everyone else. I'm unfamiliar with your work. Can you tell us a little bit about what you're working on besides Dracula or Frankenstein Visions?
Nothing. I'm just a dumb American who does goofy cartoons, and you know, Slam needed someone else to fill in a spot. You know,
that's not true. Mark is super talented, man. You got to see some of his.
I mean, that's kind of why I've kind of wedged myself in / ingratiated myself with the fine Canadian people here. Like I actually met I don't know if you guys know Davis Dewsbury.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I knew him from years and years and years ago when I used to do my web comic, and we just became internet friends. And then I met Slam, Martin through him, and you know, I was a freelance illustrator for a million years in New York, and then back in Massachusetts, where I'm from, and then you know, worked for T-shirt companies, stuff like that. But you know, when the freelance illustration stuff dried up, you know, in the past 10 years or more, 15 years, drifted into other things like art directing. And then, now I am past 4 years, I have been making tiki mugs for a living.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah. So
can you show us some of those? I'm a huge fan of
oh yeah, I got one on order, don't I?
Yeah. So this is, that's where I live now. Do all this stuff. So I do stuff like you know, like I have this Walt Disney mug, and you know, these tiki, a lot of copyright infringement stuff. So you know, and you know, haunted mansion stuff. I'm not even looking at this right. So
wow,
it started because I had a you know, my tiki bar on my front porch, and my buddy said, hey, I guess you need to start making mugs. I went, oh, I guess I do. So I had to learn how to make mugs, and
Do
So,
you have
you
do you have
cast,
a Quint
you
one
paint,
happy?
and you fire this all yourself, Mark?
yeah, so literally,
You have a kiln?
yeah, it's downstairs in my basement. So
Dude.
like this is something I'm working on right now to get it done for Christmas. It's literally I just started slapping clay on it, and then as soon as that's done, I'll make a couple of molds, and they'll look like that junk on the floor, and then I'll pour some clay there and spill it everywhere, and that's a bag of clay, and then when it dries, they go up on the shelf over here, and they dry for a few days, and then they go in the kiln, and then I glaze them, and then I got Dr. Zayas and stuff like that.
Dude,
that's awesome.
And
that is so cool.
No
And where
wonder
can
your art
people
supplies
buy
are
your
your daughters.
mugs?
what?
And where can people buy your mugs? Do you have an online store?
Well, okay, so I'm known online as Trader Duck, and the very short version of that is when I worked for Tower Records in New York City, I used to wear a lot of Daffy Duck shirts. So this guy started calling me Duck. Then I moved back to Massachusetts. There were 3 Marks at the same bar when we were all hanging out one time, and I said, well, or you can call me Duck. And then so people started calling me Duck up here. And then when we were joking around about making a tiki bar, my buddy Pat said, oh, you'll call it Trader Ducks. I went, sure. And then I sculpted a mug that said Trader Duck on it. And then I showed it online, and then people wanted to buy it. And I was like, oh, damn. It's like, you know how like Metallica, like Metallica looks back and they said, if I'd known I'd be 50 years old and still be in a band called Metallica, I would have named it something different. So sort of stuck with it.
Well, make sure you put a link to your online store or your online portfolio in the chat.
Yeah, I could do that. Yeah, I suppose. Yeah.
Let the folks out there know where you can get this awesome tiki stuff.
Yeah, it's funny. I'm going to New York this weekend for my wife and I are going for our anniversary. We're going to go see The Shark is Broken on Broadway, which is about Jaws. Nice. And it has Robert Shaw's son in it, and so I'm making a mug for him, a Quint mug of his dad, and he plays his dad in the play, and so that'll be kind of fun. So
that's awesome. I got a Quint mug on order.
Oh, that's right. Yes, you absolutely do, and I'm very late with it. Sorry.
Oh no, it's okay.
But honestly, all kidding aside, I really, really appreciate Martin letting me be part of these things as the ugly American, and it's amazing the whole like network and community you guys have. It's just amazing. I love it. It's just people are always doing Kickstarters and they're doing work and they're doing cons and they're doing whatever. You guys are doing all this amazing stuff, and it's like I go, wow, that's awesome. I'm sure there's people down here who do that, but I don't know them.
Where are you located, Mark?
I am in one of your forgotten suburbs of central Massachusetts.
Oh, okay. Were you at Boston Comic Fan Expo by any chance?
No, this I've been a bunch of times. This year I didn't, but I'm going to be at Rhode Island Comic Con with my kids. And for the first time in a million years, I'm making a costume, so I'm going as Colossus from the X-Men. So
that
should be funny. That should be utterly ridiculous. So
yeah, Beck and I were just at the Boston Fan Expo, and we had a blast.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
It's funny because I was at Granite State Comic Con, which is up in New Hampshire, and I didn't get a chance because I was dressed as Thor. I didn't even get a chance to go over and talk to Slam. You know who was there? Not Rook.
Hugh?
Hugh?
Yeah, no, not Hugh. The other guy who does everything for. Oh God, I'm so bad with names.
Not Mike.
Yeah, Mike Ruth. He was there, and I was going to go over and say hi to him. He goes, "Dude, was that you?" I was like, "Yeah, it was me. I'm sorry." We were we were doing the last Sketchlemania, and he's like, "Dude, that was you." I was like, "Yeah, I'm sorry, I forgot to come over and say hi." I had my
Mike's an absolute sweetheart, and I'm glad he stuck the landing on his Dodge Kickstarter.
Yeah, I mean, it's just amazing talent. Jesus.
Oh, Mike's phenomenal. Yeah.
We're all in love with Mike here.
And
he's
Mike was another person that was supposed to be on, but he got COVID.
Oh,
yeah. But I think he's doing better. It was about a week ago, I think he got it. But
did you get bad?
Sorry?
Fever at all? Do you have a
Yeah,
fever and everything like that?
I think it hits him pretty bad. He's had it before, I think.
Oh.
Yeah. But we all love Mike. Hopefully he's feeling better.
Yeah, feel better soon, Mike.
Or
You're watching,
else.
Mike. Hi. Feel better.
Amanda says, grab one of the. Okay, so I'm a little behind. Grab one of those sculpts while you can. Honestly, my best work to date. And she's referring to the Frankenstein sculpt on the Kickstarter. And it is
Nice.
really phenomenal.
Yeah.
And as usual, I was a total pain to Amanda because I'm very picky. So I was like, yeah, you got to make sure the hair is like this and all this kind of stuff. But
No,
yeah,
you gotta make sure the hair is like this.
yeah, it was and I mean, your piece is so detailed, Paul, that it's probably not easy to sculpt in 3D. And especially at that small size, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I think she did a great job. There was a couple of minor changes we had to do, but it was really pretty close to what it looks like, and I cannot wait to start painting them.
And the bust is available in 2 paint schemes, right?
That's right. Yeah, so you could get it in that sum of all parts. I said again, there's only 20 of those. Only 20 of those available, and that's going to give you everything in the kitchen sink, and you could also get it as an add-on. I think we're doing it at $99, and you get an add-on. And I'm going to be doing a special like black and white kind of version for the add-on version. Paul says that's really good, Martin. Oh, Paul's the best. Woo!
Yeah, he really is the better Paul.
It's art. It's Martin's art, doing art. Amanda says those are so fun. Love those, Mark.
Thank you.
Referring to the tikis. Tyler said Mike Ruth. We should have just been paying attention and we would have got that faster. And Amanda says not easy but so fun, referring to the Frankenstein bust. So check that out.
No, she's referring to working with you.
Well, yeah, well that's a given. That's a given. I'm not easy. Ask Sam Noir.
You know what? It's all good, sir. It's all good. In the end, we
he's not denying it.
We get her done. We get her done in the end, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, just to jump back to, I was going to say to Mark, when Becca and I were in Boston, we did the cemetery tour, which was amazing.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Cool.
My wife's best friend from since childhood, and it was still a great friend of ours. She lives in Salem, and they used to live in a condo that was built in 1720, and it was directly across the street. When I mean directly across the street, this thing is not even wide enough for like a Prius to drive down, and because it was, it's such an old road. And the cemetery next to it was where Giles Corey from the Salem witch trials was buried in disgrace. Like from her kid's like window, the kid could throw like a baseball and hit it. It was amazing. Yeah, I'll give us that. We've got some pretty crazy, wild history. Like it's pretty much The Witch,
Hugely disappointed that we didn't make it to Salem. It was a bit of a drive out there, and but the thing that I don't know why this thing just creeped me out the most, because I've always over the years Boston's one of my favorite towns to visit and hang out in, and I just love the Boston Commons as sort of a sit in the park and enjoy. But then when we were told, like we were on the tour, what was it? Becca, did she gesture? Oh, did they gesture over to the playground basically?
Yeah, and how it's like the largest burial ground.
Yeah, we have a lot of dead people around here. So
yeah, it's one of the biggest unmarked mass graves ever, because basically I guess they hung where the playground now stands. They hung people and then they just buried them in the commons.
It's like, wow, this beautiful place here is a mass grave site. Okay.
Wow, that's poltergeist vibes. What was I gonna say? Oh, we haven't seen Sam Agro's updated one yet. Sam, how you doing? Oh my God.
Oh wait, hang on.
Oh yeah.
Oh wow.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
Come on. So good. Fantastic, Sam.
Ooh,
Thank you, guys.
shoot. Time is disappearing.
Brian. Oh, this is a good little segue. Brian is saying, yo, you're drawing art as well now. I guess Brian's drawing some art. Brian is going to be at, he's an artist. He's going to be at the Hero's Tale show that we're putting on in Cambridge. I'm going to show you a little video about that in just a minute. And he's also going to be at Frightmare in the Falls. So a couple of us are going to be at Frightmare as well. So check those two shows out coming up. Crystal, hey Crystal. Crystal says hi.
Hey, Crystal.
And wow.
Hey.
Hello.
Also appearing at Hero's Tale in cosplay.
That's right. Yeah.
Nice.
Frankenstein Visions.
We have a nice little so the backdrop that you see in all the Frankenstein videos, we're going to keep that there, so you'll be able to take pictures with some of the cosplayers there as well. So
And-
it's gonna be a blast.
And can we give Crystal a shout out for like she just pretty much showed up to hang out, but she
That's right.
became an invaluable part of the shoot. We would have been there for 8 hours if not for Crystal.
There is no just hanging out with Martin. He puts you to work every and everybody is gracious enough to do it. So yeah, she was doing she was holding on to the cue cards, and yeah, it's a lot of everybody sort of pitched in. It was really nice. Speaking to what Mark was speaking to earlier in terms of the community, it's really overwhelming sometimes.
And
Amanda's-
Crystal's uncle was supposed to be on the show tonight, Sandy Carruthers.
Yeah, unfortunately, he's also sick, so he couldn't make it tonight. But Sandy, check out Sandy's piece in the book; it's fantastic. Amanda says, "Killer Inks is always Sam," and I see Becca's broken out the watercolors. Uh-oh.
Secret.
Crystal says it was so much fun. And she's listening to us on the road in New York on the way back from Boston, funny enough. Huh. Well, keep your eyes on the road, Crystal.
Watch out
Watch
for
out
cops.
for those yeah.
Massachusetts state cops are jerks.
There's a lot of dead people there, apparently.
Yeah, stay away from the playground.
So I'm going to do a quick video talking about the Hero's Tale. So shout out to the Hero's Tale in Cambridge, Ontario. If you are in the area, even if you're a little bit outside the area, it's going to be such a blast on the 21st. Anyway, we'll let Gary the Grave Robber talk about it a bit.
Gary the Gravedigger here to introduce to you someone who's going to tell you about a very special event, Martin Duncan.
Coming October 21st, the Hero's Tale Halloween Monster Bash. We're gonna have artists, we're gonna have cosplayers, we're gonna have snacks. And stick around, we're gonna have a viewing of the original Frankenstein. Andrew, where's it gonna be?
At the Hero's Tale at 634 King Street East in Cambridge.
Noon to 6 p.m.
There we go.
Spooky.
Hey, Emmanuel's in the chat as well. Emmanuel was our videographer for the day as well. And
Yo.
he says, laugh my ass off at snacks.
Hey, Emmanuel.
There's so much more I got to show you from that. I haven't released yet. We did a whole bunch of photo shoot stuff. Becca did a photo shoot with a lot of the tote bags and things like that. So we'll still have to release those very soon.
What does Becca look like not in makeup? In skull makeup? I'm just like, who's this ghoul girl? Ghoul woman.
I look like a normie, pretty much.
A normie.
A normie.
A normie.
I walk among the living.
Yep.
That's true. Oh my
Yeah.
god, I love it.
So, Martin, after all of that, we let a Gary the Grave Digger sleep.
I know. I realized that when I played the video. I'm like,
take after take after take.
I kept getting it wrong. I'm so sorry, guys.
It's okay. I'm gonna
I'm
do
not-
a bloopers
Not
reel.
as young and sharp as I used to be, I'm afraid.
No, but it's easy to do. We've all been doing it, right?
Sam, that was Gary's other brother, Gary.
This is true.
One is a grave robber and one is a grave digger.
Well, I even let it slip in one of the posts yesterday, right? Like I typed, you had to correct it.
I went back in and changed it to robber.
Yeah. Again, we've all been doing it. And now, just to make things even more confusing, you've nicknamed Becca the Grave Digger. Or has that been her nickname all the time?
That was she's been going with grave digger, grave digger for a while now. Now I'm getting them all mixed up. Yeah.
It's confusing
For the
everybody.
show. Although her professional, you like to go by the Becca, right?
Yeah. It's just a name I've had since high school, and then it just kind of stuck. And then,
Becca.
just thought like with the kind of art I do, it made sense. So and it was easy for people to remember it too, for at conventions like Van Expo and stuff. So, and so just sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, in terms of branding, whenever Becca does show up in full skull makeup, it's quite stunning as well.
Yeah, I meant to make my face into a skull, but it just wasn't working that way. So I went like corpse paint instead.
You showed up in Gotham in full skull makeup, though, right? With all the detail.
Sorry?
With the teeth and everything. Was it Gotham that you showed up in full skull makeup for a Halloween?
I don't remember.
Yeah, you have.
I think
I'm pretty sure you have.
I did wear makeup, but I thought it was corpse paint maybe because I've just gotten lazy over time. But
I know it at least a few times with the full teeth drawn in with the skull makeup too.
Yeah, I need to do a proper full teeth everything, but we'll see. We'll see how this goes this Halloween or even at Frightmare.
Here's the lineup for the Monster Bash. So it's at 634 King Street East. You could sign up on Facebook for the information. Obviously, reach out to us. It's going to be from noon to 6, and we're going to have a whole bunch of artists that are going to be doing some art and selling some art and books, etc. So for that, we're going to have Richard Pace. We're going to have David Ross, who hasn't been at some shows for a while, but he's going to be coming out specifically for the Monster Bash. Of course, we have the Becca, we have Sam Agro, we have Paul Lemenko, Sketch Shoulder, aka Arnold Trinidad. We have Brian, as we spoke to earlier, and we also have Andy. In addition, we also have a couple of cosplayers, cosplayer Crickle, and Bunny Tush, who actually reached out to me. She lives in the area and wanted to come and hang out with us. So I said, all right, let's do this. So there you are.
And folks really do need to check out the Hero's Tale, a fairly newish comic store in Cambridge. It's really impressive. The amount of space they have and the murals and art up there as well. Becca did one, right?
Yeah, and also one of the people part of Frankenstein Visions, Keith Gretchow, has comic book workshops, and there's one coming up, I think, pretty soon. I
think it's on the weekend.
Yeah. So definitely check it out. It's worth your time, and Keith's a great teacher.
Yeah, he does these great little art workshops, so check him out.
Yeah,
and
he's too. Sorry about that.
No. I was going to say, he opens up his shop to a number of different cool events. So just I would say follow the Hero's Tale, and you'll see a bunch of cool events coming up. Just catching up, Brian says those pieces look awesome, and again, thanks for the invite for the 21st. Oh, well, thank you, Brian, for coming. And I think people are really going to dig some of Brian's artwork. I've been following him for quite a while now at a lot of the shows, and he's a really great guy. Hey, Joanne Francis. Hey, Martin. So Sammy Francis, Joanne's daughter, who just got her first DC cover gig, is the sort of inspiration for the whole tote bag thing that I'm putting on the Frankenstein Visions. So I've actually did a couple of shows with her, one out east. and she was actually in Ottawa as well. And I saw her; she was just these tote bags that she was putting her art on was just flying off the table like crazy. And I'm like, this is incredible. Joanne actually, Joyanne, sorry, actually told me how they do it, and I was able to do some, and now it's good. It's a part of the Kickstarter as well. But shout out to Joyanne and Sammy. Check out Sammy Francis's art. It's really great stuff.
I just want to jump back to Keith for one
Yeah,
sec to give him a shout out because he's been amazing at promoting and sharing the post for Frankenstein Visions. I really gotta give him a nod on that.
Absolutely. Fun thing about Keith too is I kind of mentioned to him we did a show at Gotham Central, and he was my next door neighbor table mate.
I love tabling with Keith.
Yeah,
he's a
we're
great
all very
neighbor.
loud. So it was the loud corner, and so I kind of mentioned to him we were spitballing some of the ideas for the next book after Frankenstein. And before I know it, he's filled my inbox with a whole bunch of ideas and sketches and all this sort of stuff. He just sort of went off, and so anyway, I think it's needless to say Keith will be on the next book.
Keith has amazing hustle.
It's very.
I miss tabling pre-pandemic. We tabled together every year at Word on the Street, and I just wasn't there this year.
Yeah, Word on the Street.
Definitely have to get back to that.
Tyler says the Becca also lends itself to one of the coolest artist signatures in the industry. I have to agree.
Oh, thank you.
It's super cool.
Thank you so much.
It's got a little Lord of the Rings in there too, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's like it's Tolkien and Berserk inspired.
That's right. Oh yes, the sacrifice.
Brand of Sacrifice and J.R. Tolkien's signature.
Yeah. You could get behind that. Emmanuel says, and snacks. There will be snacks. There will be snacks, I promise you.
Emmanuel should
that's really the key selling point.
Everybody shows up for food.
Make sure he puts his the link to his movies and services in the chat as well.
Yeah, he does a photography service. He also has a really big like a TikTok following. He plays piano, he plays guitar, he sings. So he does these sort of cover songs. Generally, like he'll take a song and then he'll do a piano rendition of it. And yeah, it's done very well for him. So check that out. We'll get him to put the links there. Paul says Hero's Tale is a fun store. Keith Critchell's workshop is great. The mural there is awesome. Thanks, Paul. I have a little piece on the mural.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, you painted the planets.
I painted the planets. Yeah, and some of the splatter stars are mine.
Yes. Thank you for your help with that, by the way.
Okay. I earned her trust a little bit, and she allowed me to do some of that. Joanne says, we are happy to help. I appreciate that. Again, fantastic. Check out Sammy Francis's stuff. It's really great. And Emmanuel says, thanks for the, for the shout out. Well, thank you. All right, I'm all caught up.
Hey, Paul, it's been a while since we've chatted. What have you been up to? Any projects you want to talk about?
Let me think.
Other than the fact that I still owe you a script for the Raid anthology.
Yeah, I have nothing to talk about because just kidding. No. So I guess I don't know. The last time we spoke, maybe Neon Black wasn't done yet. Or wasn't out. So that's done. The third issue.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah. So
long time coming too.
Yeah, like Kevin finally got his act together, and yeah, he found the time, and wrote number 3.
Oh, really?
And yeah, So
Oh my gosh, I remember that's how I met you guys, like through Neon Black, I think it was.
Oh yeah.
Way back.
Yeah.
When was the first one that
Yeah.
came out?
Back
you
when
guys
we
were
were
still
babies.
pen pencils back then, right?
Sorry?
You guys were still sped pencils back then, right?
Yeah. I'm gonna say yes.
That was in and around the
I'm
time.
gonna say yes.
And what can you tell the folks about Neon Black? What is Neon
no.
Black, Paul?
Oh, I'm gonna mess up the elevator pitch. It
It's okay.
is yeah, because the problem is like there's the whole spoiler thing. But it is about oh man, he's gonna kill me. It's about a girl whose parents are super villains, and no, her adopted parents are super heroes, and yeah, and her actual parents are super villains, and so she is growing up dealing with that. Her name is Alice, and Kevin Briones drew the art and did the writing, the creating, and I painted the flashback scenes. We actually did another podcast, what's it called? An Elegant Weapon, talking about it a lot more.
Oh, shout out to Jay Clark.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yes. You guys just did a interview, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta listen to that for sure.
Yeah.
Jay Clark, the dweller in the cellar, whom you just painted.
Yeah, that's right. So that's another thing. Well, you talked about that already.
Did you tell Jay about your painting by any chance?
I did, but I keep forgetting to show him the sketches I did of him as like the dweller with his like different states of decay. Because it's hard, right? If like you take away like parts of his face and like make them rot or fall off, then it doesn't look like him anymore.
Yeah, I was pushing both you and Sam Agro to actually. Sam Agro did a fantastic redesign because I just wanted the dweller to look more like a horror host, I think.
Right. Yeah. Like you were saying, like almost Tales of the Crypt-ish, right?
Yeah. And that was the intention from the start, and we never quite got there, I think.
Sorry, I missed that whole conversation, guys. My internet got cut off for a second there.
He's
we
back.
were just talking about drawing the dweller in the cellar for Cauldron.
Right.
Both of you got to draw Jay Clark as the dweller, and I was just telling the folks about how I was just really pushing you guys to make him look more horrific, more like a EC, style horror host.
Yeah.
Well, as Jay gets older, it's gonna get closer and closer.
I think so. Yeah,
I took him pretty far from Jay. I mean, he was the starting point. Jam was a starting point for sure, but I pushed it pretty far. He's quite cartoony, really. It's sort of like a detailed rendering, but cartoony. It worked out all right, I think.
And your redesigns are fantastic of all of him, and then we've transmogrified the landlord character into more of a sort of Frankenstein type monster. So I think we're planning on making those trading cards.
Yeah, true one. I don't know. I guess we'll see if you make them or not. But that was a lot of fun, and Jam's great. He's got a terrific podcast. You've never listened to it out there.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Called what is it?
An elegant weapon.
An elegant weapon, right? From Star Wars. An elegant weapon from a more civilized time.
Yes.
So,
actually, Martin, do you have the Sam Agro art and the Paul art?
I have them all queued up.
Talking about it.
Yeah. Let's put it up there. All right, let's put up the Paul Lemenko. This is crazy, man. Paul, you're bringing it. There,
absolutely.
Yeah. That was difficult, man. Because it was double page spread, so it's like how much can you play with, right?
Well, not only is it a double page spread, it's a wraparound cover with with the flaps as well. You've done an extended image that's going to extend to the flaps.
Yeah. Oh, I found my sketch of Jay.
Did you?
Yeah.
Hold on, let's put it up here. Oh, oh my god!
It doesn't even look like him anymore. Like the only way you can tell is with like the
glasses.
Around the mustache, it looks like him.
The glasses and the hair. I love it. That's great. Yeah,
you did a great job, Paul.
Thank you. Yeah,
this is going to be an amazing cover once we've got it on the book.
This is insane too. I love this. Yeah.
Oh my god, that's awesome.
And again, you get to see again Sam's versatility in terms of the style he brought to this. I am absolutely over the moon how this one turned out, especially the way he drew both the Dweller and Satanella, and of course you can see I think the landlord's in the background.
Yeah, he's right in the back there under the bat.
Based on my good pal Adam Potier, who runs Kingston Nexus, an amazing comics and game shop in Kingston.
I want to give a quick shout out to Adam as well, because he kind of saved our butts on the Kickstarter.
Oh, how?
You don't know about this, Sam.
Okay, tell me.
There was so for the sum of all parts, the price was wrong.
Oh.
And you can't really change the price after someone buys it.
Okay.
So he actually reached out, and it was well below what it should have been. Let's just say that.
Oh, did I put the decimal place wrong?
No, well, it was $100 lower.
Oh my god! So I missed a digit.
Yeah, so I fixed it in time.
Again, this is what happens when you put a blind man in charge. I gotta emphasize, you gotta check the work because I can't see it.
I agree. Yeah. Well, it's one of those things. But he was kind enough to reach out to me as soon as we launched, and I was able to run in there really quick and fix it before.
All right. I owe Adam a drink next time I see him. Adam runs an amazing convention out in Kingston as well called King Con. So everyone check out Kingston Nexus, and if you get a chance, once I don't know if it's come back yet. It was gone during the pandemic. I hope it comes back.
Oh yeah, I'd love to check that out.
But again, Sam's redesign on that character, I don't think I've even showed Adam yet. I'll have to show him. I'm sure he'll be delighted at how we've kind of messed him up as well. Oh my god! And did you guys see the Satanella? So the other host, other than the Dweller in the Cellar of Cauldron, is called Satanella. And there was a cosplay.
What you use to get rid of mosquitoes?
Sorry, what was that?
Isn't that what you use to get rid of mosquitoes? Satanella? Oh, Citronella. I'm sorry, Sam. Continue.
You're no longer Canadian.
I've been revoked like 7 times. Every time we do this.
Every time on the show.
I apologize. I'm sorry. Continue.
Gosh.
So Nerdy Body Cosplay is an amazing cosplayer based out of Southern Ontario who I met in Vancouver. And Satanella was on my banner, my Raid studio banner at the conventions. And so she saw the Kalman Androsovsky's rendition of Satanella, fell in love with it, and said, I'm going to cosplay that. And then she showed up at Fan Expo in cosplay.
I saw it. Yeah, it's pretty. It was really good.
Stunning to
really
see
good.
Your character come to life. It's creepy, especially since Paul and Sam well know this because of the scripts I've had them draw. She's a very meta character in terms of the layers of reality and Inception type immersion in different levels of reality. So to have her come to life and be standing in front of you is amazing.
I don't understand it at all, Sam. but hopefully when I read the stories, I'm gonna come to.
You've got only a piece of the story, and it's almost like a puzzle. It's more of a pastiche in terms of the story behind the story in terms of what you've drawn, which includes this wraparound sequence for the Cauldron hardcover. But your upcoming Satanella, oh my God, I can't wait for people to see the Satanella special. Again, you've come in with a 1970s magazine style with full washes that were just
I love it.
Like
mind blowing.
I'm so in.
And
Like
and
creepy
Sam
and
loves
eerie.
drawing
Yeah.
werewolves.
Yeah, well, it's more. My personal inspiration when doing this was I'm a huge fan of eerie and creepy, of course, being the old part that I am. But my specific inspiration was more the Marvel black and white magazines, like Monsters Unleashed and
Tomb of Dracula,
and those guys. So
iZombie or iVampire.
What?
No, that's DC. I'm sorry, I'm jumping.
I don't remember that one.
Tomb of Dracula. Tomb of Dracula.
Yeah. So the black and white line, like, I was just at like the perfect age because that stuff started in about 1976, 77, I think. And I was just the right age. I was a huge monster and horror fan, and I was a huge Robert E. Howard fan. So they had Cullen the Barbarians, and they had Savage
Sword.
They had Savage Sword,
Yeah.
and they had Planet of the Apes, which I was a huge fan of. And like almost every black and white title that they came out with was just like I couldn't wait to get my hands on the next issue. So I was sort of trying to give it a kind of a bit of a the black and white magazines were a little more sophisticated, I guess, in the terms of the gore and the nudity and stuff like that. There wasn't a lot of nudity, but it was a lot of implied nudity.
That's what I grew up on. I love those.
Yeah,
did you have also Satana? The
blurry.
What was her name?
Oh,
She had the
Satana,
purple
yeah.
outfit and the weird two red hairs that went up like that. And she had kind of the hoof beaten.
Yeah, she was son of Satan's sister.
I mean,
I want to show something really quick. So one of our artists one of the new artists on the Slam Press Tomes for Frankenstein decided he was so inspired by the grave robber, he decided to do a painting.
Oh my God.
And there it is.
Oh yeah.
Holy shit. I hate him.
It's David Day, right?
David Day?
David Day.
David
Yes.
Day, yes.
That is a talented man. His pulp, like
damn it.
His Dr. Frankenstein looks like a pulp cover.
Slam, is it too late just to remove my art and just have a blank
No, it's meant. Mark, it's great, man.
We need to get permission from David to turn this into something, a trading card or
so this is a card. This is a card size.
Wait, I think I know this dude. He doesn't he do like sometimes do like little quickie sketches with their painting, but they're like that big?
Yeah, he does them on magic cards, and he does.
Yeah. He does like, oh man, he's totally does the whole. He's got the whole Basil Go-Go's, but not totally Basil Go-Go's.
Yes,
he does the nice blocky stuff. Oh shit.
And speaking of 1970s Marvel, David Day, of course, is part of the trinity of Day brothers.
Right.
Gene Day, of course, best known for Master of Kung Fu and passed away. But David's worked on like Spider-Man and Venom, and I think helped his brother out on Master of Kung Fu back in the day as well.
His piece for the Frankenstein Visions is phenomenal, just absolutely phenomenal.
I first discovered the other two Day brothers because they were doing how do I describe this? They were comics published, I think, by Renegade that spun out of Art Varg Vanheim. the ex-wife of Dave Sim, Denny, published Renegade, but they were doing adaptations of Sherlock Holmes. So it was comics off the shelf, but there was prose with them doing gorgeous illustrations.
Oh man.
And yeah, they were drawing inspiration. Their Sherlock had a little bit of Basil Rathbone and a little bit of Peter Cushing to it.
Here, I'm gonna give one more little quick teaser.
Man.
Whoop. No, I didn't want to do that. Sorry. So I have his original piece right here.
Oh yeah. I saw the progress of that one during on the text the Facebook text thing. Yeah, that was amazing.
And in person, it's just beautiful. This piece will actually be up for sale on the 21st at the Hero's Tale show. So this will have a lot of the original pieces from Frankenstein and from Dracula available. Not all for sale, but they'll be available for you to see the originals. We'll have a little bit of a wall of an art show for there.
Yeah. So one thing I like to say about David Day, I love his interpretation of Vincent the Skull.
It's a little like he's got a little more flesh than a bit more than you had on the actual skull, but it looks terrific.
The eyes are fantastic in it.
There we go.
All right. Yes. All right. Slam, if I could just for a second, because I'm completely insecure and pathetic. All right. Oh my God, that's awesome. That's so cool. I love that. All right. Can I just quick show some paintings really quick? I just want
All right.
There you go.
So like that was painted on wood. So I can actually do other stuff. And then I did Strange, and I did the Bride.
Oh wow!
I did because I was totally doing this like famous monsters ripoff style, and this was this character I created, the Ghoul of 13, and then Joey Ramone, and then the Bride and stuff like that. And
what kind of paints are you using, Mark?
Believe it or not, I was just using acrylics on like board or like canvas or whatever.
Really?
Yeah, I did that for a little while, but so this one I was getting that whole Jack Davis vibe. That was like right when Jack Davis died.
Oh my God, yeah, I was gonna say that definitely looks, that's fantastic.
And Becca, so you're not the only one who does makeup and stuff like that. That's what I pretty much wear for about all of. That's my character Ghoul-Again. I dress up like that on like a weeknight, and my daughter and my wife comes up from work and she's like, "Oh, what the fuck." So yeah, that's. So you're not the only one who puts on makeup.
So that's how you dress up for date night, Mark?
No, I literally just dress up around the house.
Just casual Friday, you know.
Literally, like after this is done, amazing. I'm gonna go probably watch Day of the Dead and put Kiss makeup on. So
as one does.
As one does.
Yeah.
And again, sorry to hijack, but for one last thing that I love about the whole community you guys have.
It's all good.
No, seriously, you guys. There's people from all ages, all ethnicities, all genders, and I love that. It's just like I love seeing other people's. Yeah, it's me.
just like Skeletor. I saw a meme the other day where they showed his diverse crew.
and so I really think it's really great what you guys do up there in Canada. So,
Mark, your enthusiasm is infectious.
Mark just put on his mask.
Well, thank you for having me.
Okay, let me catch up on a few of these things here. I'm really behind on this. So Brian says, thanks for the kind words. Funny that we talked about following my art for a while. You're making sketch cards into playing cards idea popped into my Facebook memories not long ago. Yeah, this is something I did way back where in a lot of cases I love to get original art, but sometimes it gets a little expensive. So I got a lot of folks to do these little sketch cards, and then I turned them into a deck of cards and gave them out to a lot of the artists that contributed to them. Amanda says, gruesomely elegant. Love it, Paul. The cauldron piece. Daniel says,
Stop it.
Amazing art, sculpted. There you go. The entire piece.
Yeah.
With the floating body.
Love a
Yeah.
print of that.
Above the pentagram.
I think Emmanuel's referring to the grave robber piece, which is actually going to be coming home to me. Anyway,
Oh, you got it.
yeah. And Sam, I'm gonna have to get you to sign it for me too.
Sure.
That Gary painting turned out great. Beautiful piece. Amanda says hi, Vincent. And Emmanuel says, love that Gene Simmons. Emmanuel's a huge Kiss fan, by the way.
They're
Mark.
terrible and horrible, and they have ruined my life, but I can't get rid of them. So.
And he says he's a Mark fan now.
Hey, thanks, Emmanuel. He's like, wait, he's American? Oh, shit, never mind. I take it back.
Kiss,
Take it back.
And Kiss rules, apparently.
All right, ask him if he likes The Elder. Then we'll really know if he's a Kiss fan, because that's one of my favorite albums.
Amanda says, don't encourage my madness, I just might. And Emmanuel says, yes, the grave robber piece. I need a print. LOL. And now Emmanuel says, I am no longer a fan. Horrible question mark. Just like that. Turn on you, Mark. And he says Elder was great. All right.
Oh, Martin, I can't believe the show's nearly over and we haven't talked about going to see Frankenstein at Stratford.
Yeah, we got 4 minutes
left. What an incredible show. Thank you again for taking
it was
us.
fantastic. Yeah, so a few of us went out to Stratford. They did a show called Frankenstein Revived. Yes, and it was all sort of musically enhanced, and it was all like
silent, dialogue less.
Yeah, no dialogue. It was all physical, but it really followed the story pretty closely. They had to do a few little clever things to get some of the information across. For example, Frankenstein's monster had these gloves on, and he would find these gloves in certain areas, so he would knew that the monster was there because there's no dialogue. You could sort of follow the story that way. And the cool thing is they had a version of Mary Shelley as this play is going on, looking as if she's writing the book Frankenstein. So definitely check it out if you can. It's a
movement and dance based.
Yeah, it was
the
really
season's
great.
Almost over too, so they should grab tickets soon if they're in Southern Ontario and want to visit lovely Stratford, home of Justin Bieber.
Definitely worth it. Why don't we do a last walk around and see what we got? I'll start. There's Art.
Yeah, I'll start.
Zoom in on it so we can see it.
Okay.
Paul, you're that's awesome.
And you're going to post this for auction as well, right?
I could, sure. I don't mind.
I do love that you decided to show all the teeth.
I struggled with that a little bit.
It's still less teeth than Rob Liefeld draws.
There you go. I could do like 2 feet if you want.
Yeah. 2 feet. Yeah. Make it like a Mr. Potato art.
There you go. Let's head over to the Becca.
Coming along nicely.
Amazing.
Oh.
Wow.
There we go. Whoop,
This is why you're going to New York. That's so cool.
There we go.
Oh God, that's
nice.
Thank you.
The one on the top, I love it. It's almost like I don't even want you to go any darker, like just like little, like I love that, like not, yeah, it's awesome.
Thank you.
I know you're going to totally go more, but it's like, I love that.
Yeah, it's going to be a bit more, but there's the basic.
If you are watching from New York, go check out the Becca. If you're not, the Becca will be at the Hero Hotel on the 21st, and we'll also be at Frightmare in the Falls.
In Niagara Falls, the Canadian side of the falls.
Yep.
That's right. And I'm so stoked for that show. It's an entire horror-based show.
As am I. First time.
So that'll be Martin, Becca, and myself all at one table?
Yes, and I get to meet PJ Souls, which I'm super excited about.
Also, Yeah. And also one more thing I'll say quickly. I am sorry I'm taking a long time with my next book, but it's coming. It's coming.
Wormhole.
Club Tragedy.
Definitely check it out, folks. It's some fantastic body horror that she's known for.
There's a PJ doll.
Oh my God, Mark.
Everybody loves PJ Souls.
Oh my God.
I love that. It's totally great. All right, Paul, you ready?
Yeah.
He's ready.
Holy shit, dude! That's
Come on,
amazing.
bro.
No.
Oh,
That's
all
amazing.
right.
Dude.
Dude, beautiful.
Wow.
Rob Boutin would be very proud.
I want to see that movie.
I really want to see this movie. This is
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that could be totally the reveal of the monster.
And it's got a touch of Vic Rattlesnake from Megadeth.
Ooh.
The eyes.
Oh, the eyes. Yeah. God damn, man. You should draw more, Paul.
Yeah. You're right.
All right. I'm gonna go over to Mr. Sam Agro, aka Gary. Oh,
Yeah.
Yes.
beautiful. I love the cave too. It's perfect.
Totally reminds me of like a classic Dungeons and Dragons monster manual or fiend folio kind of illo.
Oh my God, it does. Yeah, I love that.
It's awesome.
Oh,
Crawler.
fantastic. And
Crawler.
and the American. Mr. Mark. Wow.
Well done, sir.
That is
Thank you.
amazing.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's
Jeez.
shit.
And
Yeah.
you no, it's great, man.
No.
And you knocked that out fast too. 3 characters. Jeez.
I mean, when you get sloppy, you can kind of get fast.
I mean, not as fast as I knocked out Art, but
I know it's not art. I mean, and if you got paid by the teeth, you win.
Yeah.
I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 5 teeth.
I think I could. I think I could put a few more in there. Anyway.
Yeah, just divide all of them in half.
That's right. Anyway, so very quickly, we're going to have Mark is still pulling out stuff out of his trickle trunk here.
Martin, where can they find these pieces up for auction?
Oh my God, what is going on here?
Is that Ronald
Hey
McDonald?
man, I'll just keep playing with my toys. If you
All
don't-
right, all
Is
right,
that
all right.
Ronald McDonald?
So,
Okay,
yeah,
we'll talk
it's like
after
a
the
zombie,
stream ends, Mark.
Ronald McDonald. Okay, I gotta get through that.
hey, it's your show. Just run it, man. I
Right.
can't help
I
you.
gotta put this in front of the screen. Okay, so we're gonna be auctioning off these pieces. We're gonna be running the auction probably starting tomorrow until Friday the 13th, which is
Appropriate.
an actual Friday the 13th. So in October, which is fantastic. The proceeds, what we're going to be doing is if you win one of these auctions, and or in other words, you have the highest bid, we're going to ask that you actually donate that bid to the Frankenstein Visions Kickstarter. If you've already bid on the Kickstarter right now, we're just asking you to top off that bid, either go for a higher tier or just add the additional money in. I think there's is there actually, how do we do this, Sam? Is there somewhere they could just put in additional money on the Kickstarter? I can't recall.
Yeah, e-transfer Sam.
Yeah, that's the way to do it. Anyway, we'll figure it out. But
I think Kickstarters, you can actually just boost your.
you can just boost it. Yeah, I think you could just boost it. So whatever that is above, if you've already got something, just boost it on, and we'll provide those additional add-ons for you as well. I want to thank everybody here: Sam Noir, the Becca, Sam Agro, Paul Lemenko, and Mark, even Mark, for bringing their fantastic talents to the show, fantastic talents to the book. I promise you're going to love this book when it comes out. Anything else to end off on, Sam, before we wrap it up?
Back Frankenstein Visions if you already haven't, and share the campaign. We could get funded and produce the book for y'all.
Yeah, get funded, produce the book, and we will also put on some amazing stretch goal add-ons as well. So you're gonna want to get your hands on those as well. All right, cheers, everyone. Have a great evening.
Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks for watching.
And Slam,